Just before we get into this video, I just want to announce that I've relaunched the channel's Patreon, and this would allow me to make more content for the channel. And you can also join the Curb Stomp City Hall of Fame, which would see your name in the credits of every video. Hello and welcome back to Curb Stomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016. And today we're going to start with the titles, because I've just noticed that the television title is now pretty much on par prestige-wise with the World Heavyweight title. And of course we've got the new champion, two-time champion Rob Van Dam. But yeah, we're going to get straight into the first show. If you want to see two shows in the next episode, make sure you hit the like button and we'll aim for 75 again. And in the pre-show, so not shown on TV, I just wanted to try out Dragon Kid. And he's defeated Spike in 4 minutes with a quick cradle. Kid got 34, Spike with a 42, so not too bad. I've just borrowed him from Developmental for now, and yeah, he's done alright with a 43 overall. And then we go to the start of the television show, and the show starts with Tanaka and Heyman walking down the corridor, and Heyman says, "I was terrified, Minoru. 1 minute I was with you, the next minute I was in darkness. Luckily someone found me." Tanaka then says, "You're okay, let's forget about Vampiro now. I won and now he's gone." And Heyman says, "Tonight you have to focus on your 6-man tag team match. You will be teaming with CM Punk and Samoa Joe, two very good partners. And you'll be facing Rhino, Sting and Rob Van Dam. It's money. Don't worry, you'll get a big bonus if you win. The TV ratings will go through the roof. Let's kick off the road to global glory with a bang." So yeah, that's tonight's main event booked. A big 6-man tag with basically all the main eventers, all the big stars of the company, excluding Vampiro. And yeah, the Angle got the show off to a strong start. The Angle got the crowd hotter. A good performance from both. 76 B-. Then a video airs highlighting New Jack's attack on John Cena and Jay Briscoe last week. When New Jack returned, attacked John Cena, Jay Briscoe found Cena, and then New Jack attacked him from behind with the lead pipe. So yeah, we're just showing the highlights of that. 53 C-. And then speaking of New Jack, I've put him in a match for the first time since his return. In a terrible match, New Jack defeated Brian Kendrick, and I always knew it would be a bit of a risk. A pretty rowdy crowd were all over the case of New Jack. We may have to look at bringing him into a managerial role instead. We'll see how that goes leading up to Global Glory. Yeah, 25 for him and 36 for Kendrick. Next week we'll probably try him against a better opponent, see how he fares there. But yeah, 30 E+. And he was drunk and on drugs. Brilliant. And then in an extremely short match, Vampiro defeated Delirious, who makes his debut in 5 minutes 24 by submission with a guillotine choke. Another call up from Developmental, making his debut in a C65 match. A good match overall. Probably carried a little bit by Vampiro. 72 for Vampiro, 44 for Delirious. And then a video airs hyping the upcoming Prince of the Super Junior event, where the participants will be Chris Sabin, Jushin Liger, Juventud Guerrera, Dragon Kid, Delirious, Loki if he loses tonight's match against AJ Styles, because he's getting his rematch tonight. Whoever loses that will be entered. But for now, for this segment, I've put in Loki. Then Fergal Devitt and Kenta. So it's going to be an 8-man knockout tournament. The winner will be declared the Prince of the Super Juniors, and will get a title shot for the Junior Heavyweight title at Global Glory, taking on the winner of tonight's match between Loki and AJ Styles. The winner of the match tonight defends the title at Global Glory. The loser enters the Prince of the Super Juniors tournament alongside everyone else. And 71 C+, so a good segment there as well. And then in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, AJ Styles defeats Loki in 12 minutes 23 by pinfall with a Styles clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Junior Heavyweight title, which he won at the pay-per-view. So Loki's rematch is gone. Loki goes into this Prince of the Super Juniors tournament. AJ Styles goes on to defend his title at Global Glory. And 73 for AJ, 62 for Loki, and they've somehow pulled off a 78B, which is higher than either of their performance, which is really good. I asked them to steal the show, and it looks like they might have just done that. It's going to be hard for the main event to beat that. But yeah, both men really improving in terms of match rating. And then in the main event, not as good as the last match, C plus 71. Rob Van Dam, Sting and Rhino defeat Samoa Joe, CM Punk and Minoru Tanaka in 18 minutes 42 when Sting pins Minoru Tanaka. So Sting has a roll-up victory on the champion. 76 from Rhino, 80 from Sting, 67 for Rob Van Dam, 84 for Tanaka, CM Punk with 71 and 73 for Samoa Joe. So great from Sting and Tanaka. And Sting may have a claim for a title match. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, surprisingly not as good as the junior heavyweight match. But 71C plus overall, so a good show. Increasing our popularity in 20 regions. And a developmental debut from Dragon Kid and Delirious as well. And there's been an incident involving New Jack. He was wrestled drunk last night. And the other one will be on him on drugs, I assume. And we're going to fine him. He's improved his behaviour. Let's see how that goes in the future. And we'll do the same for that one. Nothing noteworthy happened. And we're looking to get Kevin Steen on a new contract. I'm pretty sure I offered him a developmental. Not doing much at the minute on the main roster, so we're getting some matches down there and see how he does. Tajiri's contract ending. I don't know whether we're going to renew that. 3.96 for Revolt. And Rhino says Angel Williams is charismatic. I can see the kid doing well in the future. A complete different opinion of what Vampiro said recently. And Vampiro says Fergal Devitt can't work the ECW style. Kick the kid to the curb. No, we'll not do that. CM Punk has requested a pay rise. He wants a 6,000 pay rise. So we'll give him 50%. And he's annoyed at the decision. That's not good. And yeah, Kevin Steen has signed the developmental deal. I've just got an email. Apparently, Stephanie McMahon's off to make movies. She's going off to Hollywood for 3 months. Sounds like that's going to be a great film. And Minoru Tanaka wants a pay rise. And we'll give him a full pay rise. He's the champ. Of course he can have it. So yeah, we might eventually get to the show. And we're just about there. We've got a backstage incident at the show. AJ Styles gave the locker room a lift as he unveiled a series of spot-on impressions of some of his colleagues. Nice one, AJ. Alright, so we start the pre-show. So just before the television tapings, New Jack defeats Tajiri in 9 minutes 35 by pinfall. And again, just tested him in the ring. 25 from New Jack, 52 from Tajiri. And New Jack was off his game. A pretty rowdy crowd were all over the case of New Jack. 43D, so I think that's an improvement of last week. But we'll see how that goes into the future. Again, I want him in the storyline with John Cena, so we're just going to have to put up with it for now and hope he improves. And he was wasted on drugs and was high, but wasn't drunk this time, so that's good. It's an improvement. And then in what looks like it was a good segment, Sting's music hits and he enters the arena and walks down to the ring. And he says, Tanaka, last week I pinned you 1, 2, 3. You know I am the rightful number one contender. Heyman knows I am the rightful number one contender. And all of these people know I am the number one contender. Minoru Tanaka versus Sting at Global Glory for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. How's that sound? Then he drops the mic and leaves the arena. And this angle got the show off to a strong start. Possibly our best segment yet. I'm not really sure. But 84B plus for Sting. So good stuff there. And then a video airs hyping tonight's champion versus champion main event. For the first time ever, we will see ECW World Television Champion Rob Van Dam take on ECW World Junior Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles. And this got a 54C-. And then Angel Williams is backstage in darkness. And she says to the camera, Vampiro, where are you? I haven't seen you since the weekend. And yeah, 41D for that. Where the hell's Vampiro? Then in an extremely short match, Rhino defeats Garuda in 2 minutes 53 by pinfall with a pile driver. So yeah, squash match for Rhino. A great performance from Rhino, really stood out. 81 for him, 25 for Garuda. Garuda was just borrowed from developmental just to do a job there. And 55 C- overall. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Global Glory main event yet. Rhino's pushing the top level performances out, and so is Sting. I had one plan, I had another. Now I'm not sure what to do, so it might change. Pretty much the rest of the card is already booked ahead of time, but the main event I'm really not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Then New Jack is stood outside, and he says, 2 weeks ago I took out those phony gangsters John Cena and Jay Briscoe. Not only did I take them out, I got rid of them for good. ECW's only true gangster is back. And then headlights appear behind him, and then you hear a loud engine noise and a screech. There's a car heading towards him, and New Jack turns around and manages to dodge the car and escapes inside as the segment ends. So someone's trying to run down New Jack. Who is it? I'm sure you could probably work it out, but yeah, 36 D-. Then a video airs hyping the upcoming Prince of the Super Juniors tournament. All competitors will face off in an 8-man tag next. So it's going to be 4v4, and each team will consist of 2 opponents in the tournament. So Chris Sabin will be taking on Jushin Liger in the first round, but tonight they're on the same team. And yeah, Liger is going to take on Dragon Kid. They're on the same team, etc, etc. And then Chris Sabin, Jushin Liger, Juventud Guerrera and Dragon Kid defeat Delirious, Loki, Fergal Devitt and Kenta, when Jushin Liger defeated Loki by pinfall with a Liger bomb. And in terms of in-ring work, Jushin Liger was head and shoulders above everyone else. He got a 62. Juventud and Kenta got a 62 and 61. The rest were in the 50s. Loki with a 59 actually. So he was on the edge of 60. And 66 C+. So this makes Jushin Liger the favourite. He was a standout performer in the match, and he pinned the former ECW World Junior Heavyweight Champion in this match. And then in the main event, in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, AJ Styles defeats Rob Van Dam in 11 minutes 44 by pinfall with a Styles clash. And during the match we also had CM Punk run in and attack RVD. So the interference had nothing to do with AJ, he just took advantage when he could. And Rob Van Dam got a 67, AJ with a 73, so great from him, really boosted that rating up to a 73, and B- overall. So yeah, I'm happy with that main event. And Dragon Kid was used too much in this. This show increased our popularity in 20 regions. 71 C+, I'll take that, that's alright. Hopefully all of the junior heavyweights' popularity has risen enough after 2 good segments tonight, so hopefully we won't get any issues like that again. I think Dragon Kid's opener at the minute, so we'll check that after the show. So yeah, first we have to call them up from developmental, so we'll call up Dragon Kid and Delirious for the tournament, and then we will auto push. Dragon Kid is an enhancement talent, Delirious is lower mid-carder now. His ratings, his pop's not that bad, 22. I had high hopes for him in this tournament as well. That's a shame. Looks like he's going to be the only problem for now. And yeah, in the next episode we're going to get a revolt and the first night of the Prince of the Super Juniors tournament. So if you're excited for that, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.